Hi, my name is Coldbeer and let's start with Elden Ring. I think it's the first time ever that Elden Ring is discounted. The discount itself is not very high, but honestly you can't expect for the price to get any lower in upcoming months or even years. Just take a look at Dark Souls games. Last time they were discounted was a year ago on the previous Steam Winter Sale. Yeah, let that sink. So it may very well be that you won't see this price of Elden Ring for a long time as well. If you waited for the price to drop, it may be the best chance to obtain it in a long time. Personally, I bought the game on release and I played it for 10 hours. I had mixed feelings because I'm not a hardcore gamer. My strength as a gamer is not fast-paced combat, but puzzles. I literally was the first one on the internet to crack some of the more difficult Skyrim puzzles back in the days. And I have millions of views on these videos, but you will never see my video where I teach you how to kill something in Dark Souls, that's for sure. So in short, Elden Ring may prove to be too hard of a challenge if you are not a fan of Souls-like games. My death rate was like once every 5 minutes. There is a limit a man can endure. But I'm really amazed by the beautiful world of Elden Ring. I've never seen anything so dark and beautiful at the same time. Also, the game doesn't hold your hand or penis, you can go anywhere you want and do anything you want as long as you can slay enemies you encounter or are able to sneak past them. Cloudpunk. Here you will play as a person named Rania. This is your first night working for Cloudpunk, a semi-legal delivery company based in the sprawling city of Nivalis. You go everywhere, from the marrow below to the spires that pierce the grey clouds high above. No delivery job is too dangerous and no one is faster than a Cloudpunk driver. You never ask what's in the package you are delivering, but, you know, one day everything went south and suddenly you will have to unravel mysteries in a world of corporate conspiracy, hackers and rogue AI. Great original game. The Isle. So let's start with the fact that this is an MMO game, but it's very different from anything you have ever played. You aren't a human thrown into ancient times, but an actual dinosaur here. When joining the Isle, you can play as one of dozens of unique creatures, from tiny herbivores to bloodthirsty giants such as T-Rex, Allosaurus or almighty Penisoraptor. Well, the latter may not be in game, but you never know. As a dinosaur, you will be the epitome of majestic, cunning and ferocious. You will use your natural abilities and senses to stay off the menu and grow into a stronger, more capable creature. You'll engage in a living prehistoric ecosystem as you become either a predator or prey, on servers featuring up to 100 players, all of them as hungry and dangerous as you are. People on Steam are talking that before you play, do a research about the servers you are joining in. Some are very lame and some have cool people running them with an actual population of 100 players. The Outer Worlds. Somehow I always think that this game gets too little attention. It is definitely one of the best RPG games I have played in recent years. It is funny, it has secrets, many guns and places to explore. It's not just Fallout in space. I had more fun playing The Outer Worlds than I had playing Fallout 4, even if this is a bit smaller game. I can absolutely give it 9 cold beers out of 10 and recommend it to you without a doubt. But I have to mention that it has some cons as well, like unbalanced difficulty. You know, at first you die a lot, but later everything else dies in seconds, even the strongest monsters. Then you may think,
hey, I will switch from hard to the hardest difficulty.
But you can't. You have to play the whole game on this hardest difficulty without switching it off, because developers decided to add some stupid achievements most of the players don't even care about. So you will feel overpowered all the time and you can't do anything about that. That's why I didn't buy and didn't play the last DLC. I already feel like a combat god, everything just dies when I blink. Dysmantle. Here you can break almost all the objects for materials and craft new items from them. Explore the handcrafted open world and uncover its mysteries, clear areas of monsters and claim them as your own. Also build bases to establish your presence and farm exotic plants to reap the rewards as crops get ripe. Game has 92% of positive reviews on Steam and only 3% short from overwhelmingly positive title. People are talking that this is very relaxing but also a challenging game. You will stumble on areas with a large group of zombies and will get stressed a lot, but later you will grow some potatoes and enjoy a relaxing atmosphere in your garden. Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero. A long time ago I was skeptical about Subnautica. You know, the goal of collecting all these corals and fishes to build underwater facilities never fascinated me, so I ignored Subnautica for years. Although I am a fan of Jacques-Yves Cousteau, Subnautica looked more like a Little Mermaid to me. Well, until Sony decided to give the game to everyone for free on PlayStation for some reason a few years ago. So I tried the game and I love it now. It's addictive and it's really hard to stop playing. You know, they should put a label on it or something warning people that before and after the playtime, years could pass without a trace. Suddenly, your wife is married to another man because, you know,
I haven't seen you in 20 years.
Your kids have 7 different genders at the same time now, and you are in the middle of alien invasion that you didn't notice for the past 4 years. That's what Subnautica can do to you, and Below Zero is Subnautica too, but you don't have to play the first part to understand everything. For example, I would start from the first part, but hey, it doesn't really matter. V Rising. Game is still in early access, but it is an undoubtful hit of 2022. In this Diablo-like action RPG, you will awaken as a weakened vampire after centuries of slumber. Hunt for blood in nearby settlements to regain your strength while hiding from the scorching sun and aggressive Gallic wolves. You will also have to rebuild your castle from ruins and convert humans into your loyal servants in a quest to raise your vampire empire. People on Steam are talking that combat here is largely dependent on skill and not on RNG, which is undoubtedly one of the best features of this game. Also, the co-op part of V Rising is made very well, so if you have a friend, you have all my recommendations to play this game together. And I literally mean together, not against each other, because the PvP part of the game is pretty boring. Well, for now, as I've mentioned, V Rising is still in early access. Cry Primal. Welcome to the Stone Age, a time of extreme danger and limitless adventure, when giant mammoths and saber-toothed tigers ruled the earth and humanity was at the bottom of the food chain. Well, not the very, very bottom. Squirrels and raccoons were still below us, but a fat, juicy human would also be a more preferred meal for a saber-toothed tiger, so I don't know if this lower position of squirrels really help us here. As the last survivor of your hunting group, you will learn to craft a deadly arsenal of, sticks and stones, fend off fierce beasts and outsmart enemy tribes to conquer the land and become the apex predator. That won't be easy, except if you play on easy, then it will be easy. Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey. This is a really original and truly amazing game where you play as an ape. Yeah, your journey starts 10 million years ago, and by then we still shared our ancestors with gorillas and chimpanzees. Our last common ancestor with the apes, chimpanzees to be exact, is known to be roughly about 5 million years old. So you start as an ape and over the years evolve into an early human. The whole game spans from 10 million to 2 million years ago. Your task for you and your tribe is not to die and not to choose the path of extinction. The future of humanity is in your hands. As developers say, evolution was not written in stone. Your decisions will shape how you will overcome obstacles, increase your species, and what knowledge you will pass on to future generations. You can focus on specific attributes or choose a more balanced approach to survival. Your clan's ability to survive will be directly impacted by your decisions and choices, thus making each player's experience unique. It's a wonderful game reminding us that we are just starting to go in our evolutionary path as human species. 2 million years is nothing. Dinosaurs existed for 165 million years. That is a huge difference. Not as huge as your mama though. Outer Wilds. It was named Game of the Year 2019 by such giants as Giant Bomb, Polygon, Eurogamer, and The Guardian, so that alone should grab your attention. Here you are, the newest recruit of Outer Wilds Ventures, a space program searching for answers in a strange, constantly evolving solar system. You will have to find out what lurks in the heart of the ominous dark bramble. Can the endless time loop be stopped? Why is potato salad so delicious? And who built the alien city on the moon? Well, obviously aliens, duh. Anyway, answers await you in the most dangerous reaches of space. Game has overwhelmingly positive reviews, so you can't be wrong with this one. Also, everyone is saying that you will get the best experience of Outer Wilds if you just buy it without any research. Well, it's too late for that. You already saw my praise for this game, but do not Google anything else and you will be rewarded with amazing gameplay. So if you like this video, there is another. Click on it and you will enjoy even more short reviews of the games I have made specifically for this Steam Winter Sale event. Also, subscribe, you know that you like it here. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.